So we can go ahead and hop into it. 7:05 right now. So we do have the icebreaker, but we can answer that towards the end. Just keep it on your mind. We'll probably get into it towards open discussion. There are some links here, helpful links that you can keep on you, store somewhere. And we have the main General Strike link tree. We also have the resources link. That's like my favorite, where a lot of fun stuff is. Gets into the nitty gritty and the heart of what we are, who we are, and so on. But some resources for our new members and those who haven't really had a chance to look into them. First half of the meeting, we'll just be going over General Strike US resources just to get you all familiar with it. So we do have a code of conduct. It is basically here for the Discord, but like we always say, we hope that you all take some of the practices, some of the teachings from it in your everyday lives, as they do become essential and beneficial. But basically, it's very straightforward if you checked it out. Just always say the golden rule: treat others how you like to be treated. Also, if you're having issues here in the Discord, um, typically, my favorite things to do is you can block people or you can add a moderator. As soon as you add a moderator, which someone should be there in a timely manner. It shouldn't take too long for them to come check out what's going on. But this is a community. We want to protect our community, as we know. Many there are trolls that come and so on and so on. People that try to get us unfocused. We all can play a role in keeping our online community safe. All right. So moving forward is our welcome packet. The welcome packet is interactive resource. It's ever evolving as we continue to grow, as we continue to, try different things, see what works, this, that, and the third. It's gonna grow with us. It's most of these resources here have been made by a collective. So it's projects that we work on and we co-create together, like our welcome packet. And our welcome packet is basically something you can share with friends. You can read over to understand, and grasp, who we are, our mission, purpose, and things of that nature. There's also a couple helpful resources within the welcome packet as well. Some things you may find already on GSUS resources, but they are also on the welcome packet. All right, next we have our resource and skills form. Resource and skills form. I like bringing up, during our coalition meetings and whatnot, but it's definitely a good way, especially for chapter facilitators, anyone starting a GSUS chapter or whatnot. It's a good way to connect, build relationships with groups or individuals who may be interested in contributing resources, times, or skills to this collective initiative. Um, the resource and skills farm eventually. The plan is to develop it further. It can be used as a tool. Hopefully, we get some type of GSUS app and we can include like a electronic directory or whatnot, but it definitely has potential. But basically, it helps us stay true to organizing our resources and skills. As Malcolm say, we're not outnumbered. We are just unorganized. This is what this is all about. Getting some organization. All right. So moving forward, we have additional resources. Now, additional resources, you'll find it breaks down a lot of questions that may arise when you're trying to promote the general strike. It also gives you resources like PDFs for GSUS flyers, designs, pamphlets to distribute in your area or to use on your social media. And if you ever feel creative and you like to create something like a graphic design or whatnot, definitely drop it in GSUS media. Typically, the PDFs we can just add to what's on a link tree. So some of them I did, some of them other comrades and members help create these. It's a collective effort. You'll also find how to's, which is very helpful since we like to promote self determination, collective sustainability, and whatnot. We understand a lot of people. It may be this may all be new to them, But we definitely want to, help empower our communities, help establish the infrastructure needed to strike. And how do we do that? We get involved. Small actions, big actions. We create these services, these programs, food pantry, garden, all types of things. And some people even have the resources to create co-ops, and different variations of co-ops that can be very helpful to this collective effort. You'll also find like other resources on there. So I know Culpability resources is on there. Sister Teep is resources is on there, and I think it's a newer one that links you to like Blue Sky, mutual aid resources from like other groups and whatnot, which is very helpful. They have a lot of information in there as well. So that's just was the gist of our link trees. Definitely helps people. We'll be adding more. Um, like I say, check it out. Share it with friends. This, that, or third. But it's a great way to help grow and build this movement. Before we move on, did anyone like want to address any of those or have any questions regarding any of the resources? All right, let me check the chat real quick. Yeah, Erica.
Hi, can you
No.
hear me?
Yep.
Hey, so I was looking at the local chapters on the website, and
Mhm.
I don't really understand what I'm looking at.
Are you
Like,
talking about the website or the link tree?
the GSUS website, a
I
Google
can.
Doc that has.
Okay. Okay, so we're talking about the Google Doc, and are we talking about the General Strike social media pages, or is it like GSUS chapter structure?
Well, I guess I'm not sure, because I'm trying to figure out how to connect with other people in my state, but I
Mhm.
can't really find that information.
Well,
I don't know if it's like a
basically,
user error or if I'm looking.
basically, if we're in a Discord, I don't think it's actually specifies like how to connect with people in our state. This Discord has been like used as a hub, like for that, and then maybe because other people outside of the Discord will be wanting to know how to connect. I'm hoping like the community organizing videos and things of that nature and the other resources will help, but definitely we can try to specify it as some on a document or another document just to help people out. But we do encourage people here to start in their state channels. We understand a lot of state channels have not taken off yet, but it's a process. Definitely, I'm pretty sure further down the line they'll be more active, or by us getting more pages and chapters, people will be inspired, to bring some activity, GSUS activity in your area. But I will say, connecting like at protests and community events. I'm not sure like if you're, if it's a high volume area for that, but that's basically how we initiated this chapter here in Detroit area through attending like community functions and passing out GSUS flyers and just connecting with folks that was interested. Basically, but I think starting off there, like at these protests or events, is a good spot as well.
Okay, I gotcha. Thank you.
No problem.
Hayden is next. The questioner stock.
But
Okay.
that was
All right.
beautiful. I love that.
Are these questions geared towards the resources?
Well,
Just so we're following the agenda. because we're opening up stack just next questions. Hmm.
Just ask questions.
Well, I was opening the floor to address anything like
Oh,
that we went over regarding resources. Mhm.
I was just gonna say that some state channels are still building. If you don't see anything online, it's your community that you're trying to build. So talk to the people around you about it a little bit. That's all I wanted to state. Sorry.
No, yeah. All right. All right. So there's no more questions about the resources. Move on to the topics of discussion. Just to go over, I know mostly all of us wasn't at the coalition meeting, but there are meeting notes for those who are not familiar with the coalition meetings. It's a time we try to do it. We've been trying to do it every month, but it's a time for us to connect with new and pre-existing coalition members, groups that possibly align with strike demands, strike needs, and are willing to contribute time, resources, or their skills to collective effort. So it's basically um, this type of deal, but with orgs and individuals that would like to partner with us. But we had that meeting yesterday, and there are notes that was taken. You can check those notes out in weekly meeting notes. And we'll also have a video. We also recorded it as well, and we'll get that posted on our YouTube as soon as possible. Um, was anyone from this chat there yesterday and would like to, give any feedback or anything? I'm checking the chats too. All right, yeah. So we had that yesterday, and possibly the next one will be like in March 15th. Same time, 4 p.m., 7 p.m. Eastern, but we'll definitely confirm the time and get some graphics out so you all can share. And we're definitely hoping, people utilize like the outreach guide. And if they are connected to like any groups that may be interested, send them an invitation, do some outreach with them because we want to chat with them. It's not only a space, to connect with General Strike US, it's a space to connect, for them to connect as well if they resonate. Right, so we went over the coalition meeting. So the next one is planning state and regional meetings. We'd like to get this in motion as soon as possible. I know our Detroit chapter has been talking about doing a state meeting possibly in April. Just linking with the folks in the state channel, and also I know a couple of states have made like signal groups and their own discords, but possibly doing like a state meeting as soon as possible for those that are in an active state, and then working towards a regional meeting soon. Just to go over, logistics and share resources and things of that nature, try to get that, and possibly it will benefit or have a good effect on our coalition meetings to follow after that, which is like a national broader meeting and so on. All right. Anyone want to discuss or have any feedback for the local and regional meetings? I'm also looking in the chat. Oh, sweet, Montana.
Hi, welcome to Taco Bell. Do you have a 4-digit code to earn rewards points?
Ooh, Taco Bell. Sweet.
Support your local taco shop, guys.
Right.
All right. Could I have a chicken quesadilla with no creamy jalapeno?
Oh, I don't think they know they're
And
you.
um,
Oh, sweet.
could I also have 2 cheesy roll-ups
Can I get a beefy foot?
and 2 soft tacos with no lettuce?
Re-enter.
No, could I
All right.
She gone.
We're just gonna keep moving. I lost track. That all sounded amazing. Like to make that in the community, like taco night as a community. That's awesome. So yeah, so state and regional meetings. I see a couple people are already planning those. But yeah, if you are planning those, let us know. Like in making the state chapter, or that's for everyone to see. Let us know so we can try to keep track and see the activity for it. We like to know that this is happening because it definitely helps us as a whole. Once we break things down, the logistics and whatnot, resources and everything in between. All right, so next we have organizing workshops. I do know there are a lot of projects that have been taking place in motion that's been being planned in the Discord as far as workshops. So we should be seeing more of those, just like organizing workshops or skill sharing workshops, things of that nature. These can be done in person, or they can be done online as well. This can be done just for your chapter. It's no problem. But definitely education. We should be educating people on the mission, why we are striking, and helping them get familiar. Like I say, I know a lot of this is new to people, and we just want to be making sure we're making this information accessible and easy to digest. And workshops is a great way to do so. Training, education, and so forth. Is anyone here working on any of the projects I've been hearing about in the Discord, or been thinking about contributing in that way for a workshop, or let me take the chat. Oh, sweet. That's definitely needed, an accessibility workshop. Yeah, and the sweet thing is, like, you all definitely have support. If you all are planning a workshop, I like to support and make graphics if you're not comfortable doing so. But if you make a graphic or whatnot, we'll definitely promote it. And get it on our social medias and whatnot, and share it and bring more people. You know,
And as a quick note,
sweet.
if you are organizing a workshop, having something online, like here in the Discord on a voice channel, let me know. Or if you're able to record it. I have access to the YouTube channel. And if you would like to, we could upload those sessions, maybe a one-time session, a workshop, or recurring, sessions for workshops like I do with the political education. We can have that on the YouTube for other people to, look at and share with. So it's also on record. So just if you're interested, DM me, or if you have the ability to record, send me that video, and then I can upload it to the YouTube, or or that session, and so we can have it for
Did we
everyone else.
lose Day? Can anyone hear Day, or maybe we lost Day?
I'm still here.
Oh, okay, okay, good. It is quiet.
Did you hear Jaden talking?
Maybe not.
They were just talking, Jay.
I heard them.
All right.
I heard.
Yeah, I know sometimes Discord can be iffy. If you're having like troubles or something, just try to hop off and log back in, or check the settings, like pull it up. It gives me trouble as well. Sometimes I have to play with the settings. One. All right. So moving forward, I don't know much about group, but I believe one of our chapter facilitators is here and they can give us more insight. But there has been word that American Opposition is interested in partnering with us, and we just like to discuss it during the meeting, just to get a feel from everyone about what they think and if they support it. Who all is familiar with American Opposition, or I believe Indivisible is another group.
Yeah, so this is Lucy. I was the one who, can you hear me?
Yeah, thanks for coming on,
Okay,
Lucy.
perfect. You're good. I just wanted to make sure to be here for that specifically. So yeah, American Opposition is, they're a group, I think they focus mostly on helping with the 50501 movement. They've been going to a lot of their protests, and they're more focused specifically on the rise of fascism in current events, but they suggested us joining a partnership with them and Indivisible and Democracy Forward, and going kind of as this united front is what they called it, to AFL-CIO, which is one of the big trade unions, and asking like under what conditions would they announce a general strike, and like what can we do to get their support. And so their idea is kind of, instead of working siloed, coming together for that moving forward. And their only kind of issue with what we're doing, they said they agree conceptually, but that the issue they have is more with the data collection, which is something we've had some discussions about. And so we were going to make some decisions on, like, should we move forward with another meeting with American Opposition, and then getting connected with Indivisible through them and things like that, and kind of ideas about the data collection part of it, because they basically were, when we've had lots of different ideas about that, so I'm not one way or the other, but they said basically that a more centralized list was a problem to them under the current administration, and so we'd have to think a little bit about that moving forward to enter that partnership. But yeah, that's the basic. I can go a little bit more into it if you guys need me to.
Yeah, definitely. You all come off, mic, and let's chime in, present your thoughts.
Can I chime in? Sorry, I didn't stack myself. Is that okay? Can I just start?
Technically, we're not on stack right now.
Okay. Okay.
Open discussion.
Yeah, I think, I know that we're doing things a lot of like very open source and transparent and stuff, but when we start talking about involving these big organizations and talking to the AFL-CIO and stuff like that, I think there does need to be some sort of process of a smaller meeting. We're talking about sensitive data and things like that. I think there does need to be a smaller process, in terms of like, is it even okay that we're like open sourcing that conversation, like with, what I'm trying to say here, because it's a sensitive thing with the unions and going to them, especially like the big ones. And so I think deciding like what that meeting looks like internally, and then deciding deciding what it looks like to go back to American Opposition and what that process is with that, and then from there what it looks like going to people like AFL-CIO. Like, I think it's a very delicate process, because we wouldn't want anything to get out into the ether that compromises our ability to mobilize people who are non-unionized. Like if something gets into the ether quicker than it should. So I think it's a sense. I know that we're open sourcing a lot of things in this movement, but I think that particular one is a little sensitive and careful is what might be needed with that. Just my 2 cents.
Oh.
Unless there's more information that all of us don't know about that conversation that already happened.
Can I jump in? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. I'm in the car. So anyway, I think that's a really good point, and a lot of there's a way to connect with groups. I think specifically with groups larger than us because I know of Indivisible. I know some friends that have worked with them in my state. I don't really know of the other two groups, but I think we already, not just in the Discord, but the people that have showed commitment by signing the strike card and the people that are responding to us, even if it's not open, there are many talks of many things in emails, early on meetings. And I think that there's a way to be strategic that, yes, exactly what the last person just said, needs to be a little bit under the radar because we don't want to thwart our growth or our potential early on or partner too quickly with. It's fine to partner with small movements. I think we have an opportunity. We have almost 300,000 people on the strike card to, yes, potentially work with these people for sure, but also to take our time in doing so. Like for one thing, do we know anyone that's already in those groups that has also signed our strike card or that has already been in our group? That would be one thing to just, if the reason they haven't partnered with us is that one strike card, but they're not in the group, how are we confident that they truly do, one, have the connections that they say they do? Because really we could reach out to Indivisible ourselves, which is the one that like I know is legit. I mean, they all are, but that's the most, I think, foundational one of the three. And two, are they like our movement in the strike? Are they down for all of the other things that are going on within the Discord? It would be nice to hear from people that are in that also in this group just to make sure. Yeah, because like the last person said, once we get to talking to union leads that work in any kind of industry where there is a red focused presence, if that makes sense, or leaders, yeah, it sounds kind of dramatic and like crazy and paranoid, but I think that it could get stopped or we could, yeah, lose momentum. We're not going to get stopped because we're going to do this thing, but
Yeah,
that's
it
it.
could just cause like complications that we would have to, yeah, if we didn't proceed carefully. Um, so I was going to suggest that maybe there's a way to kind of get questions to Lucy and have them get more information. But yeah, also like for people that are already connected with those groups, learning what they think about the whole thing too is good.
We can set up a meeting, try to work with Lucy, just set up a meeting, and move from there and keep you all updated. Definitely.
Yeah,
Also,
I think
think
that's
there's
a good
already,
route.
yeah, I think there's also some like priority already to get this like database moved over, at least from some people. There's a lot of people who want to get something that's maybe a more robust, secure system, like some kind of distributed database that has like proper administration stuff set up. Um, so I think that would probably be smart, and I understand why they would be asking for that.
So we can table it. We'll work with Lucy to try to set up a meeting to meet with them, and we'll go from there. But definitely, everyone's concerns and suggestions have been noted. So we can something to reference the last this week. Oh, so just moving forward, 7:34. We're doing good time. We're doing good time. I know it's a lot of shit on here. But something to reference. Someone dropped this in our signal chat. I think it's very good. It's General Strike Revolution. I know we've been talking about getting into the process of fine tuning or thinking about our strike demands and whatnot. Um, Personally, I like the way they set it up. General Strike Revolution, they have a list of strike demands. of course, we want to do it word from word, but it kind of gives us an idea of, how to structure ours, when the time comes. I do recommend, we start on local levels and regional in our regional circles, and try to pinpoint, demands within possible demands that will occur, that we would want to set forth within our own communities and our regions first, and then broaden it out and connect, region to region and whatnot. I'm pretty sure a lot will align, but different communities, different, demands. And so just starting locally, most of our general strike chapters is just, something that we should be focused on. I'm a chapter facilitator myself. And, this is part of the process, us assessing the needs in our community. And while we're doing that, supporting, establishing services and programs. And also while we're doing that, we're thinking of, listening to the people and coming up with strike demands that we can bring to the table when the time comes. And just starting there, you know. Uh, they don't want
Also,
to chime in with that. Mm.
yeah, could maybe having a specific affinity groups for like leverage groups, like debtors and workers, could be as important as local groups for finding just like important negotiating points. So that might be worth doing. Is like having specific groups like for debtors and for like workers and for tenants and all that as
Mhm.
like subgroups to just sort of propose their own demands and terms.
Well, that would, I mean, I would consider that like our coalition members. So the groups that we're connecting with, they align with, strike needs, they help with that, and also they advocate for strike demands, which they will be, helping us in the process with the chapters, draft and finalize them. But I definitely get what you mean. But those would technically be like our coalition members. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get you. I get you. But do you think it would be worth doing something like just like a big group chat of all of each of those like bases, just to like have an open group for just talking about it? Because I think something like that would be worth doing.
Yeah, I don't see it'll hurt. It'll possibly help us, by any means necessary. We can try all types of ways, to better do this. And I'm down for it.
Cool, cool, cool. I might set that up sometime this week then.
Hell yeah. Did anyone want to chime in on that? Or, because I'm looking in the chat too.
I have a question.
Hmm.
We're on to like the state chapters right now. Is that? I just want to make sure I'm at the right agenda item. I think that's what we were talking about as far as like a hub for
Yeah,
them.
someone. So we're like at the part like right under topics, something to refer to. We're talking about like General Strike Revolution or the way they have their strike demands, and just like our chapters, the local chapters and regional.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Sorry, I'm afraid to click out of it and reference the agenda because I don't want to lose you all.
you should be great. You should be.
So, is there a point? So I know that you're encouraging the use of the state channels on the Discord. You're encouraging people to make Instagrams or Bluesky or whatever for their state, and you're encouraging people to do Linktree for their state. Is there a point where you're encouraging us to start developing our own websites for the state channels, or is that like, whoa, too soon? We got to figure out how that sort of works.
I think someone was already talking about doing one for their state by any means necessary. And that would be dope because we do encourage, people to develop more websites. And if it's a state chapter, it shouldn't be a problem doing so.
Okay.
Pretty sure they'll have like the national stuff on there as well. But hell yeah,
Okay.
if you're inspired to do so, let's get it.
And I don't want to. We'd love to send like an unpublished draft or something to somebody on the tech team if possible to like review or even like the other sorts of teams to review, because if you're like, oh no, this is a little problematic or something, and I don't want to give out, for you guys to give out any personal information, but is there a way to just like get in touch with specific, is there a general way that we might get in touch with specific people to send that draft to?
Worms is on a tech team. Worms, if you want to answer this.
So for specifically the website, it's kind of hmm. I guess just going to the tech team server, trying to get in there, or getting in touch with someone who's in there.
Okay.
We could probably make a channel specifically for proposals.
Okay. Yeah, just like
but
feedback, and then if we have to hop on personal message about whatever, some way to
Yeah.
like connect.
Yeah, and in that you'd probably also want to include like any kind of support you need from tech team. Because in theory, you could just do it totally on your own. But if you want like to get that feedback from tech team, I'm sure lots of people in there'd be happy to give it.
Okay, thanks.
Of course.
Sweet. All right. Oh, sweet. So just moving forward, we did do a welcome presentation and we've been doing that on the web, on the YouTube. Just posting up like this meeting, for example, will be on our YouTube. So just check that out, subscribe to it, share it. You can share the videos. It's like the welcome packet for folks, you're trying to get intrigued into the movement and whatnot. The YouTube is a great resource for doing so. So we'll move on to the Discord activities. You can find some of these activities in the calendar and also in announcement channels from time to time. But every Wednesday in the Discord, we have political education class. I'm sorry, political education discussions. And that's from 4 p.m. Pacific and 7 p.m. Eastern. Typically, they last an hour, but those are also, once again, posted on the YouTube. So for those who can't make that time, you can catch it on the YouTube as well. We do have a comrade here who does a book club every Sunday, 3 p.m. Central and 4 p.m. Eastern. They typically have great literature. I'm pretty sure our book lovers will enjoy it and definitely support them. We also have a BPP Michigan documentary club every third Tuesday of the month. I do believe they should be trying to do it soon, like twice a month or whatnot. But the next one, I believe, is March 18th. Yeah, so we have a book club, and we support a documentary club as well. Now, if you're interested in hosting, I think we covered this a little bit, but if you're interested in hosting a workshop in a Discord, or if you have it on another platform or whatnot, definitely let us know, DM, or you can tag them. We'll have no problem with adding it to the calendar so folks won't miss it and whatnot. In the past, we've had a meditation workshop. I think we had like a hydroponics workshop. We do have a member here. Frequently, they do like streaming Saturdays, just movies, revolutionary films, and whatnot, which I appreciate. So yeah, we try to once again we try to build community, just have fun, and build up our relationships and connections. Oh, so we made it to the open discussion, and we can do stack. I'll be keeping track of it. I'll help with that. But definitely, if you all have any ideas or whatnot, please share and come off mute and let's get it popping. But just put stack in the chat too, so I can keep track. Oh, go ahead, Bree. You're the first one. You're the first one on stack.
I was looking at the agenda, and you were saying volunteers needed for. Do you have like people that we should talk to about volunteer work, or how does that work? I guess it's my question.
So most of these, if you're trying to volunteer, you can just add them on and we'll help you out. So if you're like in trying to join like the team, the national team, which technically happens in the Discord, I do know some of the state chapters and regionals are trying to get these um as well, but just add a mod. Like if you're on tech team, strategy team, you can add a mod, or the people that's most active in there will help you out and get you situated as far as like if they're having a meeting and get you up to date. Now like as far as like the GSUS designs and whatnot, that's actually under projects, so you can always go in there and catch up and see like if anyone needs something done or if you like to contribute to that design project. um, I can share it in the chat. And then like most of these have channels. So the first two, start, join, support GSUS chapter, is a channel for that. You can just type in there like, "Hey, I'm ready to get started on this," and we'll definitely help you get started on that. But I'll drop them in the chat. Which one were you interested in?
I'm already on the mental health one, but I've just been doing a lot of research for just different organizations that have agreed to
Mhm.
share what I've been researching with other like minded organizations. So if whoever's in charge of research could get a hold of me.
Okay. Now I don't think it's like anyone specifically like in charge. It's no one specifically in charge of these, but I can see like who's most active. Um,
Yeah,
and
because
there. Are you
that
talking?
way
Mhm.
I can share some of these resources and get plugged in with the right people. That'd be appreciated.
So you're just trying to share because we have like channels. I can chat with you. I work tomorrow, so possibly later in the evening. And we can possibly see which channels will be best and what type of resources you have and the best way to share them. Because sometimes, like if it's a list or something or a great list, we can upload it on on our resources link, and that'll just add to that. So that'd be great as well.
All right, tomorrow's not good for me. I'm taking that day off for the first time and since this all started, but I would
Mhm.
love to talk to you. So,
We can get that set up on one day this week, no doubt.
yeah, just hit me up. Thank you.
Hell yeah. Yeah, Stack is open. Also, if you all would like to chat about the question, um, I know it's on the gotta go back to the screen. Also, it's just our icebreaker. What programs or services can you think of that can help empower your community and or help prepare to strike back? Oh, sweet. Thanks, Jaden. So I can give one. So one project, and we're still trying to put it together. So trust me, none of this. If it's easy, I don't know. It's not what we want. None of this is gonna be easy. But our chapter started a food pantry. The only thing we have left to do is put a door on it. So we're trying to get that situated. But we started this pantry last year. So yeah, we built it like from scratch. Oh, sweet. Yeah, we built it from scratch, like cut the wood out, measured it and whatnot. So once we get the door on there, it'll be on and popping. We'll be officially joining the local food pantries in Detroit. And we'll be assisting, helping to keep these pantries filled up along with other groups. We're excited. We'll be sharing like how we did it, giving the instructions. We'll drop them here in the Discord. And we'll put them on our link tree and whatnot. But it's just a great service. It should be something that's with us for the long haul, and it can only grow from there. and it's connecting with other groups and whatnot. It was a fun project. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, yeah, that's dope. Emotional support for organizers, right? I was thinking like, once if we were getting like funding or resources, just like in our local area, it's like a transportation bus or van for like activists who are not mobile and need to get to places and have to run errands for this, that, or the third, just to help us. I do know it's a lot of organizers out there, and we can't keep good transportation, can't afford it. And so I think that'll help out a lot. Food Not Bombs, hell yeah, community gardens, absolutely. And all of these, we're just individuals, taking these actions. They may seem small, but they build up, to the bigger goal, and they help us reach that as a collective. And that's what it's all about, collective power. We're going into this thing with the understanding, no one group or one individual, can get us there, can get the collective to obtain true liberation and equity. It's going to take all of us. Um, if you haven't already, I really enjoyed this video. It's from one of our partners, the Saners. They made an awesome video just going over like people power and things of that nature. And they gave us a shout out at the General Strike US. It's very good. I'm gonna share it with you all in the chat. And I cut it up into like little clips. So you all can share it. I'm getting it right now. But it was sweet as shit. I'm like, oh yeah, people power, you know? That's exactly what they fear. They fear, our organized solidarity all day. That's why they work. That's what they work around the clock doing, trying to keep us divided. Oh, sweet, Gabriel. Thank you so much. Thank you. Um, we do it. We're just everyday people. We're all, volunteers coming into this thing, and we're hoping, it inspires others and, get the ball rolling. It's already rolling. It's already in motion. All of this is just momentum to it. Slowly but surely the tables are turning. The table is flipping. The people are rising up, you know. And thank you all for being here. This could not be a movement without motion from us all. We can't, like I say, we can't do it alone. And we can say we want a general strike, but if we don't have the collective, with us, you know, we're not getting anywhere. Yeah, so if you all, want to share, how was everyone's day? Um, we had our chapter meeting today. It was dope. We met one of our new members. Awesome. And we're pretty much at the end. I'm just, shooting shit with you all. Um, don't want to hold anyone up that has to go. But if you do, the meeting has been adjourned for the most part, and we'll try to get some notes in a weekly meeting notes channel. I've been taking mental notes and jotting down stuff here and there, so I should be able to help contribute. Much gratitude, KFC. Yes. Yes, everyone take care. Absolutely.
Yeah,
Stay
thank you so much.
focused. My bad. Something. I didn't mean to talk. Sweet. Thank you all for being here. Where's my burrito? Right? Where is that burrito? Walking burrito here. Yeah, let's keep the laughs going. It's enough that's trying to keep us down. You know, if you can crack a smile here, you're doing just fine. That's James. You're amazing too. You are, you know, it's definitely a collective effort. It's taking a sip of this tea. Whoa, comrade Jaden, I hope you're is the recording still going?
We're still going. We're still here.
Right. I'm just talking this shit. Yeah, real raw and authentic, you know? Oh, everyone that's still here. It slipped my mind, but we talked about it a little bit. But if you check out in the projects collaborative design project, Comrade made some Mayday designs. I'm definitely excited about those. Definitely gonna get them printed, pass them out during Mayday, International Workers Day. There's a lot of stuff going on. So if you will be participating in that, definitely check them out, get them printed out when the time comes, and help distribute. But they are definitely fire.
Yeah, those zines are a banger. I'm gonna put them on the shop, put them on the zine library link that we have, and then I'll distribute some of them myself. Yeah, those are pretty cool, like the Mayday zines.
Yeah.
And as far as Ollie's question about children, there is an age where we shouldn't have these conversations. Well, more so because children won't pay attention to the conversation. So it's more so about if the children or kids are interested in having, because as you're a kid, you're brand new to the world. Everything's coming at you at 100 miles an hour, and you're soaking everything in, quite literally everything. So it takes, I want to say age, but it's like you want to have these conversations when people are paying attention. It's not just children, of course, right? I've seen man children not know how to hold up conversations about, left discussions and such. But children can take in concepts like, contrary to popular belief, kids are very smart. So maybe not having direct conversations with them about like the means of production, or helping building your community, and getting out and shaking hands. It's just about principles. Be a nice person. Be a good person. Help anyone that you see is struggling. Just kids love to do stuff, but kids are very smart as well. We may not know how our children in the ways we learned as a kid, but everything pretty much sticks to children and kids. So it's not going to be critical discussions about left communist theory, but it's just going to be about, hey, just look out for yourself, look out for other people as well, look out, just be wary but also be helpful. So it's like dumb it down for the children, I guess. But when you get into the teenagers as well, like my little brother, he's 15, 16, and I'm having Marxist discussions with him, just more so because he's interested in it. And that's the main point. You have to have people interested in that first. And children, the big demographic, are all balls to the walls everywhere. So you won't have too many serious conversations about, critical topics, but just be a good person, just have your good values and morals, you don't want to lead the kids down conservative paths, because they will reproduce that conservative, behaviors in their lives. So it's starting very small, just good person, nice person, help your people share, of course, find the love in sharing. Kids love to share. Kids love to do stuff. So yeah, just the conversations, the high education discussions, not really, but the conversation is just about just being a good person for the kids.
Great answer, Jaden.
Yeah, my little brothers helped me out for the minors part, like people who don't have the right to vote, the right to do all this stuff, but they're still very interested or at least aware enough to want to know about the world, right? So don't break it down like from the top down as we would have conversations or from the bottom up. Just introduce, because kids are being bombarded with ideas all the time, and if you want to impart as many good quote unquote nice ideas with them, they will reproduce that themselves. Children will become what they are fed and given. And so if we feed and give the children and all the minorities and all the young people of the world these more or less socialist or just more communal values, they will do it themselves.
Mhm. Right on. I like that. Teaching them communal values and whatnot.
Yeah, we don't need to be hitting them with the critical discussions of the exploitation of surplus value by capitalist interests. That the big words help us define theory, but theory is only helpful when you can actually praxis and materialize it. And the best ways to do that is to just do. And then the children do best; they just do stuff.
I was trying to like break that down like to my nephew, 6th grade, and basically we were talking about work and stuff, and he was like, no, we were talking about because I was going to a rent too damn strike protest rally, and he was talking about don't people have to pay for these things, and don't people have to work, and how they're supposed to survive if not. And I'm like, damn, he's in 6th grade, and, he's already believing in these things, and but just going back, relying on the principles and the communal aspects, of what we should or what we can be doing as alternatives and whatnot to it. This is a good way to possibly get him to start thinking the way I would hope he would. All right, you all. I done made my plate. I already took a bite. So I'm gonna hop off. And I'll see you all around the Discord and for the next meeting. Thanks,
Cool.
everyone.
Thanks,
You have a
Danny.
good
Yeah, this also ends the recording. So thank you for joining us. Love you all. And we'll see you next time, when next time is, whether it be this Wednesday, earlier this week, later, or next Sunday. So thank you. Love you. Um, all power to the people. All long live the resistance, and all the other quotes. So thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time.